You know that you're in for a very bizarre experience whenever the first thing that you see from a book is something that you cannot feasibly describe. I mean, what the hell is even going on here? A woman made out of strange papier-mâché, let's say, like material, wearing a torn-up tank top, staring with a melancholy expression down a warehouse corridor, laying horizontally, but taken from a vertical perspective. I mean, don't you get it? It's so simple. The book doesn't get much easier after that. A collection of strange words, symbols, and photos, as well as various artworks seemingly put together in no discernible order, with the only theme being degenerate art, which is the English translation to the German Entartete Kunst. Wait, this is Dadaism. This is an art style created by German artists after World War I that is meant to be anti-art, that is meant to destroy all other art, that is created by artists who think that the human race has no intrinsic value. I get it now. I get it. I get it.
I get it. I'm not gonna laugh, but I get it.
Life's tough
when you're in PC.
Life's rough
When you depend on me
to give you
weapons and
insight,
other information for your journey, and still you still shit and try to hurt me.
Life's tough
When you're in PC.
Life's rough
When you
Oh, god damn it. This day is going to suck. I stumbled across this game while bouncing around the internet one day and realized that it would be something at least interesting to look at. Then, whenever I opened the book, I was met with nothing but ironic, artistic bullshit around each and every corner. For those of you uninitiated or unknowing of what Dada is, let me give you a very quick history and art lesson. Dada is an art style that was born in Germany after World War I. The idea being that humanity was too sick to have any value. Similar ideas to the dude from Ghostbusters who built the gigantic tower. Dada was art that seeked out to destroy other art. It was meant as anti-art. Art that, in and of itself, has no value. Similar to the human race that also has no value in and of itself. Cynical? Oh hell yeah, of course it's cynical. Why else do you think this latest generation of people has latched onto it so much? Considering the fact that we're always told that we're lazy and have no value when really we're working 2 jobs and have multiple degrees, of course we'll latch on to Dada. It makes the most sense, actually. I enjoy a little Dada every now and again as well. But do you know who really did not like Dada? Those wacky Nazis. And with that, I violated Godwin's law. What else are you going to do? Labeled as degenerate art or Entartete Kunst by Hitler and his band of wacky-tacky, goose-stepping lackeys, Dada was not only labeled as Jewish and Russian in its roots, which it very much wasn't, but the cynical nature of the art was not something the Nazis wanted to have floating around. Nazis wanted to portray the Germans as a very positive, Aryan, and ethnically German. Dada not only became cynical art, but also forbidden and underground art during the Nazi regime. Dada is still very persistent to this day. You see it in art galleries and studios everywhere. You can even make a very strong case that the concept of memes is Dada art. I would slightly argue against this because people generally like memes and enjoy memes, while Dada tends to be trying to be very aloof and off-putting in its endeavors. However, this really does go to show just how deep Dada is in our culture. And really, Dada is a fantastic art style. It really does play off of humanity as a whole, and definitely comes up with various challenges and whatnot that needs to be discussed. However, There is one area, for all you future Dada artists out there, I think should take notice. If you are going to make your grand statement against humanity and society, I'm going to heavily suggest that you do not choose something that is generally seen as an outlet to get away from society and humanity at large as a place to vent your frustrations, such as role-playing games. I'm just saying, maybe it's not a great idea. Maybe you shouldn't do it in the few areas of escape that we have in this fucking world. A few years back, I wrote an article about one of the worst video games that I ever had the misfortune to play, called Mountain. It was another one of these bullshit, cynical games that seemed to point and laugh at the fact that people actually took joy out of video games. By boasting 40 hours of gameplay, when all you did was stare at a fucking mountain for 40 hours as your life slowly slipped away from you, that is bullshit. This game, Entartete Kunst, is exactly fucking like that. Exactly fucking like that. This game is a spit in the face to every gamer that ever took joy out of picking up an RPG book and getting lost in a fantasy world. You know what? No, I am not going to call this a game. This isn't a game. It is cynical failure put onto some sort of page. This is some dude jerking himself off, thinking that he's smarter than the rest of the world by writing this big thing that really means absolutely nothing but to himself and spitting in the face of anyone that actually enjoys role-playing games. This son of a bitch created nothing but cynical, abject failure that is not worth the trees that this game could theoretically be printed on. Listen, I get it. The world sucks. Trust me, I have to live in the damn thing. But that is the reason why we have Dada. It's an outlet to voice our frustrations with the world. This is also the reason why we have video games, role-playing games, and so forth. They are ways to escape from this world. They are meant to be those little moments of joy in an otherwise bleak and uninteresting life. So whenever a Dada artist, like the people that created Mountain, or the person that created this thing, create things, I understand where they're coming from. What they're thinking right now is that they're being poignant and witty and making a statement against culture. But really, all they're actually doing is sucking themselves off and loving to shove their noses up their own goddamn assholes because everything that they produce is gold and everybody needs to enjoy their big statement on culture. So yeah, go fuck yourself. Role-playing games are not the forum to produce your art to the world. They are not the place for you to take jabs at society. What is even your goal here? Seriously. As far as actual art is concerned, it is simplistic, one-dimensional, and ill-conceived at best. At least Dada pieces are a cynical reaction to something, anything. It could be other forms of art, society, the ennui of time. Instead, you targeted a forum that only exists to give people an escape from the very thing that Dada tries to tear apart. You know, the only intention that I can find out of this thing that you've created, writer of this book, is people who enjoy role-playing games are stupid. And how dare they try to find some venue to vent their frustrations and take just a little bit of joy out of life. You sure showed us, boy howdy. Look at this pile of stupid can only lead me to a handful of conclusions. The first of which is that the creator does have a general understanding of Dada and history with the connection to the Nazi regime, hence Entartete Kunst. The creator has very little working knowledge of Dada other than its rudimentary understandings, thinking that they can make anything Dada for the sake of the same effect. This person does not like RPGs, RPG players, or at least has some form of disdain for the two. This creator thought they were being clever, when really they just came across as a person who makes art with nothing meaningful to say or add to the medium other than trying to say how great and smart they are to everyone else in the world. Please, I beg you, whoever created this, go back to art school and actually learn something, instead of assuming you know everything about how art works. So, does this game get a crit or a miss? Of course it gets a miss! Holy Jesus, of course, this is like the holy grail of misses. This is the biggest slap in the face to anyone who enjoys role-playing games, or anyone who just tries to get a little bit of enjoyment out of life. Really, to whoever created this, you're not funny, you're not poignant, you're not making a statement, you're not adding to anything. You're not doing anything worthwhile. All you did was to show off how big of a bellend you are. And hold on, let's even go back a bit. Let's say that this thing was all for the sake of trolling. That this person had a working understanding of what Dada was. And so they wanted to troll the world. Congratulations. Congratulations. You sure showed us. You sure showed us. And at least you got a little bit of enjoyment out of watching me make fun of you. What else are you going to do in life, really? What else? You spent so much time on this. If that was your only reason to troll, you wasted more of your life than you wasted mine. So congratulations. You wasted so much of your time writing 250 pages for this one moment. You did it. Throw some confetti in the air. Enjoy yourself. And then continue on with your sad existence, knowing that really nothing that you do is ever going to matter. I'm sure that will make you enjoy life maybe a little more, I don't know. But fuck this. Listen, I understand. Life sucks sometimes. The world sucks. I get it. We all get it. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what life you lead, no matter if you're the richest person in the world or the poorest, life sucks. There's always going to be moments where life is going to suck. And that's why art is out there that says that sometimes life does suck. But you know what else is out there? Movies, role-playing games, video games, all these different things that can distract us from life sometimes, that can bring us just a little bit of joy whenever we're feeling sad or depressed. So, to future artists out there, if you want to take a jab at these few things, get ready for the rest of the world to just look at you and say that you're nothing but a pretentious pile of dick cheese. Because no one's going to think you're funny. No one's going to say, that is a good point. They're really just going to spit in your face. So, whatever. This has been Crit or Miss. And this game is one big miss. It is this big fucking miss. So please, sincerely, whoever created Entartete Kunst, go fuck yourself with a rusty railroad spike.